for the most part, yeah. It is a good open area. Not a place where you can fly a kite on this side, but you probably could definitely fly a kite on that side over there. Obviously not right now since the sprinklers are going, but on other times, yeah, you could, because it's a very big open area. So you guys here also have a very good mixture of two. You have a big open area and you have plenty of shaded area on the other side. I guess it's the benefits of having both a shaded area coupled with a park, or with a athletic park. And they even have the facilities where they have the sign there to keep track. So yeah, this is a good community park here. Plenty of features and resources here to use. I don't think I mentioned yet that there is actually a tennis court here. So besides I think it's considered to be a standard, like a basketball court. Let's take a quick look in here. Some nice statue features. Let's look into and there's plenty of seating around. Plenty of the elderly population come around here too, to walk around. Court rules: intended purpose only, tennis shoes only, no skateboards or inline skates. It's a general idea. And there's actually some rules here too, try to make sure everyone gets their turn. That try to play restricted down to 1 hour of playtime, so you can then go to the next players. No, look like you can play a handball court right here. Look, if you see here, there's not much marks here. So that rule about no bicycles or inline skates in here look to be followed, because you don't want to have a lot of marks on this thing that's causing problems with having to do more maintenance. Like, there's plenty of concrete on the outside here. You don't need to do that anyways. And there are bikings that can occur here. Just be cautious of people around you. So yeah, and these are the height of this basketball is definitely more of an adult version. I'm not saying that children can't play here, it's just that the height is definitely, that is going to be more of a standard height than those you probably see in elementary schools. Here they also have lighting here, so even if the sun goes down early, you can get some light here to play with your neighborhood friends or in your community. Even here it gives you instructions. For the court lights, push the button to activate the lights. Will go out each hour unless pressed. Again, that surely helps reduce electricity costs for the city or for the local neighborhood. Now for the tennis courts, it's also on an honor system here. And after 1 hour of play, you kind of want to relinquish it to another group. So here you have 2 tennis courts. I guess for the pickleballs, you can actually have more. But yeah, it's a very well-kept court as well. I've seen there's been some parks where the courts, either basketball or tennis courts, may not be as well maintained. Perhaps they're not the highest priorities of that neighborhood. This one looked like they do maintain it, but they look like there could probably be some use of repair, but not that much. Doesn't look like it's going to really affect a friendly game match. Yeah. 2 courts is pretty good, especially since you have plenty of more other amenities here to go into. But they also have lighting here too. And if you're gonna come here and not drive here, because perhaps you're local or maybe you just really like your bike, there's some bike racks right here too. Now there are also some other bike racks around the park as well. This has happened to be very convenient to this court, but there are also some other bike racks just spread around the location. Although not too much bike, I don't think this is like a place where you'd be too concerned about bike theft, but you know, just you do make sure you keep an eye on it. Let's see. Yeah, it looks like there's a baseball court here. It looks like it's available to be just played on. Sometimes I see it where they have like covers on these positions. I guess here you can practice playing baseball without the covers. Yeah, so you can practice here. Now this is during the baseball season, so perhaps they'll change this. So maybe we'll take a look before we come here to see if it's accessible when you're planning to come. This is near a children's school, so yeah, depending on the time you come, you may have children right here, but there's also accessible resources too. Like if you come in here at this park during non-school hours, those facilities that you hear those kids playing right now are actually available. What happens is after school hours they'll leave gates on the back in the back behind that batting the baseball field you see over there. They actually have it so that people could go in and out. They leave it open after school hours. So right now school is in session, so you're not permitted to go in there without permission. But after hours, yeah, you can be on this park, and then you can enter into those facilities of that park, of the playground, where the kids are at. So it's kind of like you increase the expansion of the park, even when you're out of school hours. Now here, I think I see people play not pickleball, but cricket. I'm not sure if this is intended for cricket, but it's definitely get used as one. Perhaps that is designed for it. Yeah, yeah. See, it's a very large area so you can play in and run around. Although there's plenty of other spaces that you can run around in, or if you want to just run back and forth for exercise, there's plenty of good area here. So this is the second baseball field. Now I don't see a sign here for this baseball field, so maybe this is not using the same. Yeah, I don't see it. So in this case, you just have to keep track of it yourself. But there is a baseball field here. Just doesn't have the same facilities. Now see, like they have grandparents walking their children here, or grandchildren here. There are dogs. They're going to be usually friendly, so you don't have to worry about wild animals attacking the children here. And Wow, this is like a very good day. So for now, yeah, this is like around lunchtime area, or lunchtime right now. You can see there's plenty of green grass to do. Like there's so much green grass, you don't, it's actually overwhelming that you don't know what to do. Like you kind of anticipate, I want to just do something, but there's just so much grass area further than your body can actually move to, that it's like if you're here in the center, yeah, if you don't mind, you're here almost in the center of this park, or this side of the park. It's like green grass far away, and like why I'm saying is look at those vast, because when you try to run across wherever you are in the center, you're just gonna be tired at whenever you get to the end of it. So what I mean is like how it seems overwhelming is because when you try to get across it or do anything across it, you might just very well be tired. Depending on your condition, but any physical conditions. But that's how awesome this park is that it's so large that it has plenty more than what you would want to have. It's not a bad thing. They even have a small what's it called, baseball or softball field right there with a cage. So just in case that one happened to be closed for some reason or maybe in use, you can still use that field right there and just bring your own mats and run around. That one's always open and available. Yeah, first come, first serve. And it's usually far away from the other baseball fields that there's not going to be anyone going to hit you with the ball coming from those other two baseball fields. Unlikely. Let's see. But yeah, plenty of options here. Like right now, this is a great place if you want to just do a long run sprint here. You can do that here. Would I recommend bringing your dog here? I mean, you could. I would suggest using a leash, but they have, I imagine like plenty of these parks where there's usually some trust in there that they don't have leashes on, but they do have well trained and respectful dogs too. So just because you see the dogs here sometimes not on a leash, they're usually very well trained and responsive to their owners. Just being realistic here. And the thing is, like, there's no need to call any police on those people either, because most of the time they're very respectful. There are no incidents occurring really. They just there's just a lot of trust among neighbors here that when you bring your dog here, and if you have them off the leash, that they're usually well trained and just having fun with other dogs. So it's almost like an impromptu dog park here. And they usually do keep clean up after the messes. So I guess that need for a dog leash law here, it's more like if you had to use it, it's because the people are not being respectful dog owners. But for the most part, I think you probably see here that these are very respectful neighbors here that respect each other's spaces. Yeah. Yeah, and you can see people do some exercise in here. And it's right in the neighborhood. There's definitely like some houses here in the area. So if even your children was in the area and wanted to just walk down here with their friends, neighborhood friends, it's like the bigger backyard than they could ever have. It's good. And you have noticed too, like it's well kept, I mean, sure they have maintenance facilities here, but I think majority of the reason why it's so helpful and clean here because there's not much trash being left by anyone most of the time. Let's see, get you a very closer look at the let's see. Yeah, look, the drinking fountains for both the children and the dogs here. And there is this, like what I mentioned, the secondary main feature, or unique feature of this park is this rock wall. Although there's some other parks that has rock wall, but this is, I mean, this is a very unique feature here that you won't see among other neighboring parks. It's nice, it's comprehensive, definitely sufficient for challenging children, although adults couldn't get on this too if they wanted to. Just be cautious about where you're going to put your foot in here. But yeah, I think I've seen plenty of adults with this type of rock wall at other parks where they will be able to go over this because these are usually designed very well that it's not going to tip over on an adult. And those footholds are usually fairly strong. Now these are like one of those little water features here too, water fountain, where they can play around here. Usually in the hot times, they'll press a button here, I think. Where's the, but it's like a sprinkler system. Oh yeah, here it is. This is press this button here, and it just starts spraying out the water. And look like the area is usually clean. Although still, we'll recommend bringing shoes here. And there's the facilities right next to the children's playground for both men and women. One use at a time, but it's also locked. I mean, you can lock it when you're using it though. Yeah, there's plenty of seating here. If you just want to relax under the shade, open air, look at the squirrels. And definitely don't always have to bring your car. The children can bring their bikes here instead, or parents and children can bring their bikes here, lock it up, and walk around the area. Now for those who might be interested in like doing their meditations, this is a good area here. Look like a sufficient square footage of area where they can do meditations, maybe yoga if you wanted to, bring your yoga mat. Although you could bring your yoga mat on the grass too, but here you can do some Tai Chi or meditation. Perhaps you can bring in some audio to help you listen while you're doing your meditation. But just be courteous and not have it too loud. And there's also, I guess there's another unique feature. Maybe not as popular, but this horseshoe ring. People still play that from time to time. Look like this one is still in recent use. Yeah. It's like just like you don't have to be professional. It's like easy to start. Then the challenge becomes being proficient. But it's like a nice time to hang out with maybe your adult maybe the adults can hang out with their friends here, sit down and making some small talk here while seeing some entertainment, physical entertainment here. Yeah, it's pretty good. Oh, they also has some additional features here for children. Let's check this out. Look at that. I guess you could have your wedding pictures here. Yeah, nice places to have your wedding pictures. And here for some more children oriented play. I guess they can ride their bikes around here in circles here if they wanted to, especially like the toddlers, if they wanted to start learning to ride a bike. It's enclosed enough that not many people are probably going to be here. So the child probably can come here on their with their bicycle and training wheels, or without the training wheels, and start to learn to ride a bike here. It's definitely plenty of room here for you to start training how to use a bike, or even rollerblades, or some other things that have a even pavement. Although if they don't want to do that, then there's hopscotch. But here's another facility for large gatherings. So yeah, this is like one of the main features is like a lot of reserved picnicking area and an event area. This happened to be another one. So you can host a party here. Now it's farther from the playground, but if you're not interested in the playground itself, you can use this. It doesn't have the same facilities of like the sink, and that's a unique one. But like the other facilities, you can have a charcoal here. So like every 5 tables here have their own, like maybe every 3 tables have their own charcoal grill here, and trash bins, and additional trash bins. So yeah, and a shaded area too. Let's see, also plenty of good places to go walking around. If you want to walk on paved road or on pavement, like there is an entire ring around here where you can just walk in circles all along the park, just collecting your thoughts or just enjoying the fresh air. A great place to also bring your kids here too, your young children, just to walk around the area. Yeah. So as a community park, it definitely has sufficient capacity to hold quite a few people, so you might even interact with other people here. You can you can even play here. By the looks of it, this open area alone has a probably ability to have like a volleyball court there, or like a bring your own volleyball, setup and put it right there. You could probably like have it right here and have a picnic right there while friends watching on the grass, and just watch and play right here. Like on a weekend, it's like just decide, like you don't have to. But it look like this one is also this one's like a first come first serve. Now maybe just one table, but if you want just a quick gathering of some friends, and you say, hey, let's go play some volleyball. Bring the court, and yeah, you can play here. It's a nice grass. An open enough area where you won't hit the trees doing the volley. Or I guess you can, because maybe you can even bring badminton. Yeah, it's a very nice area too. And that's this park. Tucked in the neighborhood. Not too much concern about heavy traffic here. Plenty of trees to help calm your nerves and the children's nerves. Get them something other than those walls to look at so that you can and help de-stress. Get some fresh air and relax in an area that's kind of far removed from the streets and noise of the city. Yeah. Can walk in, can park, can drive up and park, and can ride your bike if you wanted to here at the Ortega Park. And just make sure you clean up after yourself.